A drop shot is a bait that, as a serious bass fisherman, you have to be proficient with. So, I throw a drop shot all over the country and really all seasons of the year. One thing that I've learned though is that having the correct hook for the baits that I've got on there is really critical in my success. So if I can rig it with an open exposed hook, I want to do that. I mean, your strike to land ratio is just always so much better. And I've learned that instead of nose hooking, that threading that bait on there just really increases my percentages immensely. So if I'm wacky rigging something, I'm going to use a different hook. If I'm throwing some of these new dice baits, I use a different hook. But for all the little bit, the minnow type baits, or things like a Dream Shot, half shell, baby Z2, I like to thread that bait on there. And using a hook that holds that bait on there is really important. So it's almost like fishing it on a jig head. So that Mustad grip pin hook, to me, is just absolutely dynamite for this technique. So first and foremost, it's an ultra point, so it's super sharp. They make it in all the sizes. And in a lot of my smallmouth baits, that 1/0 size or even a little number 2 on those small baits is gonna be critical. But it's that grip pin that really holds it in place. So again, once I've got it on my drop shot, I thread that on there, that hook rides up, it makes that bait swim through the water straight, just like a real minnow. If you nose hook it, a lot of times it's gonna spiral, especially on the fall. This makes it swim like a real bait fish. So not only does it improve the action, but having that hook a little further back, if you get a short striker, or especially smallmouth or spotted bass, that'll come up there and just kind of bang into that, they're going to swallow it all the way in. And it just gives that bait much more realistic, natural action. So if I am fishing around, brush piles and things like that, I want to throw a finesse worm, I use the same hook, but I've got it Texas rigged. And this hook is perfect for that as well. So this is a Strike King filler worm. If I'm throwing a straight tail finesse worm like this, this is the one that I choose. I mean, they make it in several different sizes, so you can use a 1/0 or 2/0 hook, and it's perfect for that situation. But in just about every situation, when you use that style hook, it makes that bait stand out on the line, and it's really going to improve your odds for drop shotting. So drop shotting is a technique that keeps that bait up off the bottom, it's in the strike zone, and it just flat catches them. So if you rig your baits like this, it'll really help your success.